Hello? 3 months ago, after witnessing a pretty unappreciated North Park, my group and I came together and established that we don't want to create ignored spaces in our careers, and we wanted to find a way to prevent this happening to us. And we believe we found one. Welcome to the Community Design. I'm Aaron Verdugo.
I'm Kezan Dordi.
Santiago Bala. And let's get into it. After establishing our values, we came up with a system involving the community in the design process. We felt that if we want the community to engage with it, might as well invite them to the design process and have them adopt the community as kind of their own, but the project as their own. This is our site, 14th Street Park. Our task was to create a DOT headquarters, create them an office building and a museum and open public space for the public.
Going to our sciences, we started looking at the circulation, different pathways through the building. We also started looking at public facilities, what things are there, like Chelsea Market, the Little Island.
And what we got from this, we came up with two reasons why the park is ignored by pedestrians. The attractive sites around it, which is Chelsea Market Highline flanking on one side, and Pier 57 and Little Island flanking the other, and the intersection made by the West Side Highway, creating like an unpleasant, noisy place to be in. What we came up with is using the programs to solve this. We condensed the programs, office, park, and museum down to the essence, play, work, reflect. And we use these to allow opportunity for the community to put their designs in and create a place of engagement for the community. One of the examples we came up with is using the park idea. We create an architectural competition similar to what we're experiencing here, and allow kids to submit their artwork, and the winning artwork would get a place in the park. Us architects only creating a platform for the community to put their signs in.
We also decided to extend the site for three main reasons. One of the reasons maybe is that 14th Street is very heavy with traffic, very dangerous. If you're doing community design, you always want to make sure the community is safe. So we decided to extend it. The other reason is if we're doing community design, we need more space. So we thought of if we extended it, we had more available space for the community. And the third one would be we're also trying to follow like the initiative that NYC is doing by closing off certain streets and areas, creating these community designs for the community. This is our program spacing. We have office on top, public space on the ground level, museum and parking underground. These are required like square footages and our area overall. So we knew that our site was flood prone, so we know we had to tackle that because we're going deep underground for the museum. So we created a system, a sponge city, which basically it intakes the water from flood or heavy rain and brings it down to our water system or underwater tank system, which is underground. This is our concept diagram. This is our extended site, our new extended site. This is our new zoning envelope because obviously we extended the site. This is our three main programs. So red represents the office space, blue is underground representing the museum, and green is the park area. So this is extracting, we decided to extract certain parts of our building and extract as well as down and up for the park area. This is our stepping. This is like one of our main focuses that we try to do for creating like views in certain areas. And then while we step, we created these like green roofs, terraces, open space for the community. And we also decided to connect to the High Line and Pier 57.
Going to our Maxi Soul study, the top one representing the warm months and the bottom representing the winter months.
Going into the daylight simulation for a typical office floor, we realized that we needed to tackle the glare issue that comes with the massing. We needed to have a facade that tackles this. We came up with the horizontal louvers held up by rods, and this would create like light shelves and also like little overhangs that prevent light from going in. We increased the rods in the east and west to kind of create to prevent sun from really penetrating in the early and late part of the days. And this is the daylight simulation with the facade applied.
Going to our structure, so we divided just like the programs. Timber representing the office space, steel representing the park, and concrete representing the museum.
Since we thought it was important to do mass timber office to kind of promote the DOT vision of being a more sustainable some of the calculations to justify the cantilevers we're doing with mass timber.
Going to our building system, we want to have an open ceiling with wood beam and exposed ceiling. We also want to have a mass timber column, and we want our facade to be held by a bracket system. This is our site plan representing the connection between the High Line and 57 representing our different community spaces.
Going into the ground floor, the entrance to the underground portion, the museum portion, and the public portion would be on 13th Street. You see the new and improved 14th Street Park, but this is the basis start of multiple avenues for community. Community going onto the above ground using the ramps here, community going to the community center, the learning center through here, and stairs that connect to the bridge connecting to the High Line and Pier 57 on the sides of the building. We decided to make the museum entrance along with 14th Street for the public and keep the office entrance on 15th Street with lower traffic. Here, the circulation through the museum, you go to the museum galleries and you have elevators on the side that go down to the underground gallery. And 14th Street's entrance is shown with the indentation, and the elevator lobby here, the core is here, and the office building would be on the west, south, east sides where you can see the facade would help out with these programs.
Going to our section, looking from Hudson View, we have a board in the middle with different office space, which they have their own trade space. We also have a museum at the bottom with double height parking space, and with different community spaces like the classroom, library, art station, and so with entrance to the museum. And looking into our short section, we also have board in the middle with different height spaces. We have double height space lobby with the museum at the bottom. And this west elevation looking from Hudson View, showing the bridge which connects the Highland to the 57, showing our park and the office. This our north elevation showing the connection between the Highland between the 57, so it goes through our building which connects to 57. And this is one of the views looking from the highway, which shows the difference between the facade. So this is the office facade which we wood, and this is the park facade which is metal, which is covered with pines, which can be designed by the community. And this is like the night view. And this is a view from the Highland, which shows the connection between the Highland and the bridge we created to our building. As we are designing our community design, we want to make a market, so we built a market that brings the community together. And this is the bridge we created. It looks very a beautiful building and showing different terrace spaces.
This is our learning center on the ground level next to the park, showing that we really want to engage the community. So you can see the exterior of the park. This is a view from our interior office space, showcasing our exposed timber beams and columns, as well as showcasing our design for the facade, looking out to the exterior park. This is our underground community space. Like we said, we do community space, so why just do it above, but we can also do underneath. So this is leading towards the museum space. This is our gallery space